Anyway, back to that 365.
I'll take the trash out,
Did you pull that off the wall?
It's right here.
Awesome.
In my hand.
Okay, so that's my girl.
This is Trevor's. I'm going to handle her really nice. That is a P365. Now, this one's not all black, and I kind of appreciate that.
It's not, and I can't remember what
It's like
the
a
color
gray?
was referred to. I want to say it was like smoke or something.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's different, which I appreciate that. And honestly, some folks are a little jealous of me that I picked that up. Now, jealousy, I'm not for it. Okay, so I try to let them know. I gave them some hugs, hugged it out.
Some high fives.
Whispered words of encouragement.
Attaboy.
I'm like,
it'll be okay.
You got this. You can overcome this. But anyway, I purchased that firearm. Is my first. Well, no, the first one I bought was that, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was a 1911. I talked about it a little earlier. Para USA.
Para ordnance.
So, it was a 1911. And I told you how I hated having to like reach up over, like I was trying to overcome adversity. Overcoming adversity, trying to pull that hammer back. I didn't like that. So sold that one, picked this one up, loving the 365. Okay. I have yet to compare it to the Hellcat.
We should.
Yes, we should. I like the look of the Hellcat. I'm not going to lie, but I also like the look of that one too, and it feels great in my hand. Now I had to get the 15 or 12 round magazine. I think it is. It comes with a 10.
Yeah, this is a 10 right here.
That's
has a little pinky extension there.
Now I got the I want to say it's the 12 round mag. It's the middle one. It's Mama Bear version of the magazine.
Yeah, they come with 10 round mags. You can buy 12 round mags and you can buy 15 round mags.
That's right. So the 15 round mag looked a little too goofy to me. Now I am a man who likes capacity, so I wanted it. Although I have not pulled the trigger, pun intended, on buying that. And it came with a 12 round, and the 12 round's been ample for me. I mean, and my biggest issue, and I know this is just probably more me being particular than anything else, I don't like carry guns when my pinky can't hold on to the gun. I want to firmly grip that thing in my hand. Now with the 12 round mag,
look at
that one there is too short for me. We used the 10 round mag because I had my 12 round loaded with what is that stuff called? Personal defense ammo?
Yeah, it was self-defense ammo.
And I didn't want to spend that. Didn't want to dump it out.
It's too expensive right now.
So we used that one, and I didn't have any complaints about it. So out of the gate, I've got, I'd say, average size hands. I felt good about it. Sighting in, I mean, you saw me shoot. That's probably the first time I ever just quick pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, it was good shooting.
Yeah, and I
the target.
reacquired my sight picture pretty easily with it, even with these sunglasses on and no glasses. I usually wear regular glasses. So when I'm wearing these sunglasses, I can't hardly see. Everything's blurry. That's why the show looks bad most of the time. Just kidding. But overall, I'm really pleased with that firearm. I have not had one malfunction with it. I couldn't tell you how many rounds I've put through it. Probably, I don't know. I mean, maybe 100-ish, I guess. Super pleased with it. Aesthetics wise, the grip, I mean, the what do you call that on the grip? The grip that has...
grip texture?
Yes.
Yep.
Isn't too abrasive.
I feel like it's just right. It's rough enough that your hand's not going to move anywhere, but it's not so rough that it's uncomfortable.
Right.
It feels really good.
So I've pretty much given my opinion on my own personal firearm. Logan, how do you feel about the P365?
I will tell you how I feel about it.
Tell them.
I bought one. I own one. They're fantastic. It's so hard to justify owning a Glock 43 or Smith & Wesson Shield when something like this exists. It's fantastic in every way on the Gun Shop Show. Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. Trevor and I went out to the range, shot some of our guns. I'm talking about personal collection. So far, we shot the Heritage Barkeep. Fantastic gun. Highly recommend it. We're trying to get some more of those in. As soon as we get them in, guess what they do? They sell, which is nature of the beast.
If I can give you a representation of how they sell.
Show us.
All right, it goes like this. That's how they sell.
Wow.
That's how fast they sell.
Wow. Wow.
It's pretty fast.
If you want to get in on the giveaway of this crossbow, the crossbow Eli shot in the store, you're going to share the feed and you're going to tag 5 friends. And if you're on the radio and you're like, Share the feed. What's he talking about?
What in the world?
You're going to want to go over to Facebook, type in Liberty Tree Guns, and you're going to see our beautiful faces live there. You're going to share the feed there. You're going to tag 5 friends, and then you might just win this little crossbow.
Yeah, and it's still dripping with the essence of Eli.
It smells like him.
Fresh batch.
It's a
fresh
nice
batch.
Manly scent.
So we were just talking about the 365.
Yep.
Okay.
We had just shot that. We talked about it.
Which was mine.
Great carry gun. It's, in my opinion, one of the best carry guns on the market now.
Right.
You really can't beat it in terms of capacity, size, trigger, ergonomics. It's fantastic.
But that's all the boxes. You just checked all the boxes.
If I had to complain about something,
what is it?
Do a con.
What is it?
It's kind of difficult.
Let him down. Don't hurt him, hammer. Don't hurt him, hammer. What's wrong with the trigger?
It could be this much better.
Oh, that's not much more. Can you replace the trigger?
You can, actually.
Oh, okay.
You can.
Oh, man.
Not saying the trigger's bad at all. It is a perfectly suitable carry trigger. It just could be a little bit better.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, all right. Now, the one that you own, the Sig 365 that you own, is actually the XL version of that.
I own both.
Okay. But we shot the XL version of yours. Now, does that have a better trigger in it?
It does.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that what the XL means?
No.
Okay, what's the XL mean?
I'll tell you what the XL means. Let me grab it real quick off the wall because we have it
I'm going to play this video of you shooting it.
This is Logan Jones reporting for the Gun Shop Show. We're shooting the P365's bigger brother, the XL. Let's see how she compares.
That's right, we're shooting thunderstorms.
Should we shoot a little too fast there?
Shooting a little.
This is Trevor Smith reporting for the Gun Shop Show. We're shooting the P365 XL.
Put a little.
I think she's ready to rock and roll.
Put a little extra on that X.
No, she's not.
Got to chamber that round. There we go.
Lean forward for extra accuracy.
Yeah, so here's my problem with that. I remember to do that about halfway through shooting the gun, which means I need to shoot more often.
Yeah.
But yes, I remember, like, I always notice that I'm leaning back about halfway through shooting. Now, I don't know if it's because the firearm is kind of like pushing me off balance, and that's what's triggering it in my brain to lean into it.
Yeah.
But you're right. I notice it myself. I need to shoot more. But
so the XL, what makes the P365 XL the XL? It's a great question. Let's show you.
Yeah.
So here's the XL. Actually, I'll grab the 365. It'll be easier to show you.
365. Now, I couldn't help but notice it looked like the magazine stuck out about a half foot past the bottom of your hand.
This is actually the 15-round mag. I'm trying to show you guys. That's the 15-round mag. So 15 rounds there. Has a nice extended base plate.
Yeah, for you six-fingered folks out there.
So what makes the XL is that the slide's a little bit longer. I'll try to show this.
Oh.
And the grip's a little bit longer as well.
Okay,
so the slide's about half an inch, maybe an inch longer.
Oh, wow.
And the grip is longer as well.
Now, does the length in the barrel help with the accuracy of the firearm?
Yes. Yes, it does. It helps.
How much, though? I mean, then we're talking about, what, about an inch at
it's
most?
It's so hard to quantify it because you have to be a perfect shooter to get the most accuracy out of your gun.
I have to say, I'm pretty perfect, and I missed more with yours than I did with mine.
I did too, and it might be due to the trigger. So let's talk about the slide length at first. It's about half an inch to an inch longer, and that gives you a longer sight radius,
right?
Which means you'll be more accurate.
Yeah, see, that's something that I know that about sights. I know that. I mean, art, believe it or not, is kind of one of those things where I learned this, and that's
when you art.
Yes, art.
Okay,
drawing. So whenever you want to draw a straight line, if you want to draw it out so far from the edge of the paper, or from another line, you put the ruler there. You go out 2 inches, you make a mark, and then you go down the line. You put the ruler out. You go to about 2 inches, and you make a mark. Right. So the further away you are, the more likely that line is going to be straight. If you put your points too close together, you could teeter the line. So I mean, it's pretty much the same idea, right? You got 2 points, and you're trying to create a straight line using those 2 points, and the further away they are, the more likely the bullet will be more accurate.
So what the changes they made to the trigger is, instead of doing a curved trigger like on the 365, you can see that there.
Yeah, I do see.
So if you're on the radio, the trigger on the 365 is curved. like a traditional trigger.
Yeah.
The trigger on the 365 XL is flat.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice that, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is weird. So the thinking behind that is, and just showing you it is unloaded, the thinking behind that is as you pull the trigger back when it gets to the wall, it's pretty much a straight pullback.
Yeah.
So there should be less movement. So it's about right there. You're looking straight.
Okay, that was baby movement right there.
So
baby steps.
That straight trigger, straight pull should make you more accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it does take a little bit of getting used to because most triggers are curved, but I think more triggers are going to be flat faced.
Well, I've seen the straight triggers, and let's just assume that. So I spent time in the military, yada yada.
Yeah.
Back when I was I was 19. I fired an AR-15 more times than I would have even imagined. So fast forward to now, my knowledge of guns is pretty dull. So I started seeing triggers, and I started seeing straight triggers. As a matter of fact, we were going to be selling our own triggers at one point, and one of them was a straight trigger, and then you have the curved trigger.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you why it mattered. So are you now stating to me that a straight trigger is better for accuracy than one that is curved?
Yes, it should be.
Okay.
Because of physics, essentially.
Huh.
But instead of pulling a trigger that's curved, that's knocking your hand off center, and your force of pull is different, the flat trigger forces your pull to be more like this. So it's just straight back and forth.
Whereas the other one
is more like this.
It would kind of
it's kind of like it's kind of like
Okay.
this. And so the flat face trigger should allow you to have less trigger movement, and you should be able to shoot more accurately.
And just to be
this is all contingent upon how much practice you use. Because,
right, which is always the case, so the Sig 365 XL comes with, by default, the straight trigger.
Comes with Sig's flat trigger. Now you can buy this and put this in your 365.
Okay.
So if you wanted to upgrade, I think it's like $60. You can put that in your 365 and have the same trigger. It's just a smaller gun.
Very cool,
So
man.
yeah, you could absolutely do that. Now, kind of my pros on this, it's optic ready right out of the box. So right here,
Yeah.
remove that.
I do remember.
Put a Romeo 0 on. I love that feature. I think I'm going to start putting red dots on all my firearms if I can. I also like that the grip is just a little longer. So even if I have a 12 round mag, which is flush fit, my hand fully seats on that. It's extremely comfortable.
Does that come with the 12 round by default?
It does. It does. It comes with a flush fit 12 round mag. So you're not going to get any 10 round mags. It's either 12 or 15. It comes with the 12 by default because the grip's a little longer and thus won't fit the 10 round standard Sig 365 mags.
But still great as a carry gun.
Absolutely. It's bigger, just a little bit bigger. So it's a little harder to conceal. Still very concealable. It's thin enough. I believe it's the same. It's exactly the same thickness. It's still thin enough that it's better to carry than, let's say, a Glock 26, which is a double stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of lost my train of thought.
It's okay, man. You kind of checked out there for a second, and I thought maybe you went into dreamland.
I kind of did. I kind of got myself in a daydream thinking about Glock 26.
It's all right. Well, I mean, okay, so I've never owned a Glock. I don't know that I've ever shot a Glock. I've only heard you guys talk about Glock. And what I would say...
You haven't shot a Glock before?
No. What I would say about... Yeah, I need to. But, there's such a popular brand. I knew about them before I ever even got into guns, like just from listening to rap music.
Glock is one of those brands that most everyone knows about, even if you're not into guns. It's just synonymous. You see that in media, TV, movies.
Right.
They talk about it in music and songs, lyrics. So pretty much everyone knows about the Glock.
Well, it seems to me that Glock, they need to get their stuff together.
They do.
They need to come out with something that competes, or else they're going to get left in the dust, Glock. Left in the dust. We're talking about it on the Gun Shop Show. Gun Shop Show.
Previous episodes and more available at gunshopshow.com.